A young engineer walked briskly through the bustling halls of the auto company, his hands clutching a blueprint with a gleam of excitement in his eyes. He had spent countless nights perfecting his design, a new car model that he believed could redefine efficiency and style in the automotive industry. Finally, he had his breakthrough and couldn't wait to show it to his boss. "Look, sir, I designed a new car model. It's ready for a test run," he said, holding out the blueprint with pride. His boss, a seasoned executive with decades in the field, barely glanced at it. Instead of sharing his enthusiasm, the boss grabbed the design, gave it a dismissive look, and tossed it into the trash. His words were sharp, cutting through the young man's dreams like a knife. "You're reckless," the boss snapped. "There's no place for risky ideas like this here. Stick to your paperwork." The young engineer felt a sting of disappointment. But he wasn't just crushed, he was confused. He had put his heart into that design, believing it could push the company forward. How could his boss be so dismissive? "But sir," he pleaded, "I can contribute more than just reports." His boss raised an eyebrow, unimpressed. "You'll never succeed here. You don't have the discipline for this industry." One day, the engineer accidentally caused a malfunction in the assembly line, halting production. Furious, his boss demoted him and sent him away. "You're a failure. I should have never hired you," he screamed. "Pack up your things. I don't want to see you here again," he ordered. As he gathered his belongings, the young man felt as though his dreams had shattered completely. He left the company defeated, carrying nothing but his notebook of ideas and a sliver of hope that maybe, just maybe, he could find a place for his creativity elsewhere. Years passed, but the engineer never let go of his vision. In a small, dimly lit garage, he worked tirelessly on his designs, honing his skills and learning from every failure. Nights turned into mornings as he poured his energy into building prototypes, refining each aspect, remembering his mentor's advice. Failure is a stepping stone if you let it be. His determination grew, and with each setback, he found a way to adapt. He learned that resilience wasn't just about bouncing back. It was about learning, improving, and embracing every obstacle as an opportunity. The years of work paid off, and finally, he had a prototype of a revolutionary electric car. Sleek, efficient, and environmentally friendly, it was a model that could change the industry. This time, he was ready. One evening, as his former boss mingled at a high-profile business event, surrounded by industry leaders, a colleague nudged him and pointed at the large TV screen. "Look, isn't that your former engineer?" The boss turned, only to see his once dismissed employee standing beside his electric car. The crowd around him buzzing with excitement. Reporters scrambled for a closer look, and industry giants were seen making offers, each one eager to claim this breakthrough design for their company. Stunned, the boss watched as the young engineer, now a successful innovator, held his head high, answering questions from the media. The pride in his voice was unmistakable. A reporter asked, "Who do you credit for your success?" The engineer smiled, his gaze steady. "I dedicate this to my own resilience and to those who believed in me," he replied. After a brief pause, he added, "And a shout out to my former boss. He never believed in me, but I proved him wrong." A hush fell over the event hall. The boss's expression softened as he realized the depth of his misjudgment. All the times he had dismissed the young man's ideas, crushed his confidence, and doubted his potential flashed before him. As the screen shifted back to the crowd of industry leaders celebrating the engineer's accomplishment, a tear slid down the boss's cheek. "If only I had believed in you," he murmured, the weight of regret heavy in his voice. For the engineer, resilience had been more than a lesson. It had become a way of life. Through the setbacks and the years of hard work, he had transformed his failures into milestones, each one bringing him closer to his dream. And in that moment, he knew that true success wasn't just about proving others wrong. It was about staying true to himself and rising above the doubts that tried to hold him back.